This no jumper employee came to work super high and tried to fight Adam 22 a day after being officially hired. Adam 22 has this habit where he finds random gangbangers, often smokers, where he sees something in them that nobody else sees, and he tries to make them famous. He tries to make them superstars and change their lives. Sometimes it works out really, really, really well, a la Crip Mac, and other times it don't work out so well, a la this recent employee. When he started coming around, I told Adam this dude was no good. I told Adam that this would backfire badly. And I knew this because before his no jumper interview, he DM'd me out the blue, cussing me out, threatening to harm me, threatening to kill me for no reason. I just blocked him because I'm not giving no clout chaser attention. I just blocked him. But when he came and did his no jumper interview, it became perfectly clear why he did that. Because during his interview, he was calling out random people he don't know. He was claiming that he had intercourse with SZA, even though SZA grew up in New Jersey and he grew up in California. He was dissing, claiming he threw piss on mass celebrities in prison. So when I seen he DM me before the interview, he was hoping that he would get some type of response back that he could then take and bring to the interview to get a moment and go viral, and I just never gave it to him. So once I seen the levels that this dude was willing to go for some type of fame, I just knew this was not a person you want to get in business with. I've predicted a lot of demises for these miscellaneous characters in a no jumper universe before, but this by far was one of the quickest rise and falls I've ever seen. Because very quickly, Adam began to realize this dude was becoming more of a headache than anything, right? Because even though no jumper was all he had, even though no jumper was the only platform he went on and got some type of views, and the views was dwindling very fast. Like the first interview did like 60,000 views, not great to say the least. The second interview did 20,000 views. So obviously this dude had no draw whatsoever, but he began to ask for money to appear on No Jumper. You would think that the platform that's keeping you alive, the platform that you need more than they need you would want to do that platform for free whenever they want you. But he began to ask for money, even though he was bringing or offering nothing to No Jumper. But Adam seen something in this dude, so Adam said, okay, I'll pay you $200 per appearance. Even though his peers, like 4Extra, they're making thousands of dollars per appearance, this buster accepted $200 and he was happy with that amount. And Adam was even thinking about having him on as a new co-host or a regular on the No Jumper podcast. And last night was his first audition. So he came to an audition for his first podcast at No Jumper high out of his mind. And from the very beginning, bro, it was very apparent and very clear that this dude sucked as a podcaster.
Donation. This dude King Pill sucks. Worst pod in a while. Nah, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I feel like because we've had this argument in the No Jumper group chat, King Pill, where Flacco's basically saying that you're the spawn of Satan and that you are gonna fall off and you're no good and yada yada. And then like we're all kind of saying like
we all defend you.
Right now, I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of ass now. I don't know like what happened or whatever.
Man, because I'm just feeling like I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. All these new topics and shit, besides the hand blowing up and shit, the shit boring. The shit watered down. Niggas ain't fading in Los Angeles.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
No niggas fading in Los Angeles. Shit looking weak. Shit looking turned down.
Little did he know that was the moment that Adam was done with him. Like, wasn't gonna hire him regardless of what took place afterwards. That moment right there, where you essentially admitted that if it's not gangbanging or talking about degeneracy, you have nothing to add. Ain't that crazy to y'all? A grown man admitting that his mind don't function beyond gangbanging, fights, and degeneracy? They're like, hey, King Pill, what do you think about the Epstein files not being released? Gangbanging, killing, ops. Hey, King Pill, what do you think about classical economics? Gangbanging, killing, shooting, fighting, ops. Just straight caveman activities, bruh. It's nonsense. Now, I'll be real. This was the moment where Adam said, you never coming back here, man. And his career would have been better off if it would have stopped here and he would have just been kicked off he would have had a better night than what actually took place. This numbskull was already being looked at a little crazy when he wasn't contributing nothing to the conversation. He was looking down the whole time, looking up, looking a little high out of his mind, to be honest. But then he began to look really crazy when it was brought up his past transgressions. So King Pill has done multiple interviews dissing the Trays, multiple songs dissing the Trays. He has publicly stated that he has killed multiple Trays. He has gone to the extent of ultimate disrespect when it comes to the Trays. Now, it's unclear if he knew this beforehand, but when he was asked to come and do the No Jumper show, he was being asked to come and sit down and do a podcast with a A-Tray Gangsta Crip in Young and Hefe, because Young and Hefe at the moment is a recurring host on a No Jumper show. He was oddly on his best behavior, super quiet, I think not trying to really say anything to ruffle or to have a confrontation with Young and Hefe, but the inevitable ultimately happened when Adam outed King Pill by asking King Pill why he removed all the disses from out of his recent track, and one of those disses being a diss towards Young and Hefe's hood.
Yo, all right, I got a question. As long as King Pill, I feel like he's like primarily interested in talking if we're going to be talking about him. So let's talk about this. You took the disses out of the Slide remix.
I knew this was gonna bring this shit up.
Hey, and Hefe, I don't even want to tell you one of the disses that I was in the original Slide first.
We ain't doing that one.
So Pill is visibly uncomfortable. He's like, bro, I didn't want to talk about this, right? So then Adam alerts and Hefe, hey, bro, I don't even want to tell you one of the disses. To let Hefe know, hey, bro, this man was dissing your hood in that video that's still on YouTube. So then King Pill follows up by trying to clarify it up by claiming that he wasn't dissing Ant's hood. He was actually dissing somebody locally from his stuff, which is all excuses, bro. Because if you say that word, it applies to all Trays. If you say the derogatory term for Bloods that start with S, it applies to all Bloods. If you say the derogatory term for Crip that starts with C, it applies to all Crips. You can't pick and choose who that diss applies to.
Yeah,
Man, you knew he was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna do it.
But you took him out.
Yeah,
But there's multiple disses.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that one.
I know.
Yeah.
And his version of that word means something else.
Yeah, a lot of my shit that I was talking about was in my local community. You feel me? But yeah, shit, I took it out to reach a wider audience. You feel me? Just so motherfuckers to play it and feel like they don't need to skip it. You feel me?
And Hefe began to look at these two like they done lost their mind, bruh. He's looking at them like, hold on, are y'all talking about this man dissing my hood or my set in front of me? Nah, this not what about to happen. Even though King Pill already cop a plea, already tried to say, oh no, bro, I wasn't talking about y'all set, bro. Even though when you say that word, you're dissing all Trays, he still tried to cop it. But NFA wasn't going for it, and NFA actually checked the temperature right then and there.
Putting that shit to my audience, you feel me?
This out though, we ain't gonna let that linger on. I'm from 83rd Street, bro. Like, and that's just the set, you feel me? Like, I know where he from on the set, and I don't play into the little fake politics. He ain't dissing A-Tray on the set. Period. I'm not barring no disrespect from no. Ain't never barred no disrespect from no. Period.
Who said
You know
somebody
what I'm saying?
disrespected you?
But still, the topic coming up.
Yeah, that's what I tried to read in.
I'm talking to this man, bro.
Oh,
I'm talking to him because the topic lingering, bro.
That I'm disrespecting you?
Bro, you not hear what I'm saying?
Nah.
You said you from a community,
right.
and you said where it's aimed at.
But it ain't this show set though.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying though.
Okay, so we saying the same shit. So we saying the same shit.
Oh, okay, for sure, yeah.
We don't gotta talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
For sure.
Clarify. What we on, though?
Clarify. We on explosives, nigga, Tania, dropping babies and shit, content and all the shit.
The funniest part about this is him trying to avoid eye contact with Nhefe as Nhefe grills him down. And then while grilling him, Nhefe said, what we on? And he acted like he ain't hear it, he ain't make eye contact. Now, I'm not no gangbanger, so I can't speak on who got marked out, who looked like a punk. But when you hear gangbangers speak about this, I spoke to a lot of gangbangers behind the scenes, a lot. I even heard Wack 100 give his opinion. And most gangbangers that I hear talk about this is saying that he got marked out, that he got punked, he got sunned, and the entire comment section was saying he got punked, he got son, he got punked, he got son. And then after this moment, his phone began to like blow up. Texts, calls. Like he had to like silence notifications. So he was being notified pretty swiftly that interaction he had with Ed Hefe looked really poorly on him, but he was too scared to do anything in a moment to Ed Hefe. So he just kind of ignored it and stayed quiet the entire podcast. This happened around like the 50-minute mark of the podcast. The podcast went on for another 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes, and he stayed quiet the entire time. But after the podcast, he decided he was going to take his anger out, not on Ed Hefe, but he was going to take his anger out on Adam.
We finish up stuff here. We go out there. As I walk out there, I see that Aunt Hefe is already kind of dipping and that Munchie's like damn near out the door. And the Pomona boys and King Pill are the only ones left, right? No big deal. I'm like, okay, cool. They got out smoothly. That's good. I go. I'm hungry as hell. Start heating up my meal in the microwave. As I'm heating up the meal in the microwave, King Pill comes over to me and he says, yo, what's up with the money for the episode? Because I had actually told King Pill, I was like, listen, like, I want to try you out consistently on the Tuesday show. He said, all right, but bro, I'm broke, so I need money. Like, you know, are you going to be able to pay me? I said, okay, cool. We'll be able to give you a little bit of money for appearing on here or whatever. King Pill starts coming over to me and talking to me about this $200 or whatever the fuck it was. He's saying, yo, like, can you send me that money right now? I said, yeah, you know the group chat that I put you in with Josh? Just text that, and Josh will send it to you by the end of the night. He goes, by the end of the night? He's like, I'm trying to get paid right now. I need that money to get home. And I'm like, you realize that like a lot of people who work here, you know, you get paid like every 2 weeks, every month, whatever, at the end of the week, et cetera. I'm like, it's not like, why are you acting like it's just like the most obvious thing in the world that you're supposed to be getting paid instantly as soon as you finish the podcast? Like, you got to chill. Like, the idea is that you're supposed to be on here consistently, you know, and it's like, why are you putting pressure on me to pay you instantly as soon as, you know, it just like struck me as a very weird thing. But his energy is weird. He's walking towards me. He's like really like kind of getting close to me and stuff. Pull up the No Jumper Instagram.
Adam is my guy, man. That's my brother, man. But hiring an alleged smoker and being surprised an alleged smoker did some smoker activities, it's only us, man. This has to be peak No Jumper The alleged smoker behaved like a smoker and we shocked. Yo, he was telling Adam he needed the 200 to get home. First off, man, he came with mad homies. He didn't need that 200 to get home, man. Cut it out, bruh. We know what he needed it for. We know what he was about to do with that 200. God forbid the heathen activities at the party he was about to have for that $200, man. His homies probably ain't even ate all. In fact, I'm not even going to go for the homies, bro, because the homies actually acted like they got sense. I'll be real. I think his homies are actually people who are decent individuals. His homies are actually people who got something going on because they behave like they got something going on. But this doofus, this buster, this weirdo who pulled this off for $200, yo, smokers are the only people who you know who would destroy their lives over something as small as $200. A smoker will be homeless. Give them shelter. They know their shelter is predicated on them not acting up a fool and stealing from the place. And as soon as you go to work, their first day not homeless, they will ruin everything by stealing your furniture, stealing your items to get that $200 to get a crack, you know what. So this is smoker activities. I'm not shocked. Now, we got the footage. And the footage, you could clearly see this man is fiending for that 200. This don't look like a fiend to get home. This look like a fiend for we know what.
But we're going to be able to see the body
I mean, you can see it from that first pick. Look at the body language in the first pick.
Yeah, okay, so let's press play.
It went on screen, right?
Yeah, obviously. So you see me to the left, and that's King Pill wearing the army fatigues. We love a man in uniform.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of pressing me right now. He's saying, like, you know what, can you send it right now? I said, Josh can send it. He goes, can you make him send it right now? I'm like, if you want, you could call him. He goes, why can't you call him? He's like, it's your business. You could call him. He's like, just pressing me about like the dumbest shit possible right now. And those are all his boys.
You see how Shorty had tried to reach out and like grab his hand and tell him to chill too, really subtly?
Yeah. And so, okay, I'm like grabbing my food out of the microwave right now, slightly off camera, and you'll see that I start to walk kind of across the office. You're going to see this in just 1 second. He's still talking to me in a rather aggressive way at this point. It's like slowly ratcheting up. And this is me walking away and being like, bro, you need to chill. Like, Josh will get it to you, whatever. Okay, go to the next one. And like you can see, he's kind of like in my face now, right? Look at the way he's walking towards me. Look at the body language. Look how he's like, and then look he just bumped into me, and then I kind of like push him away. And then his boys jump in here. They're pulling him away. They're separating him. So what's he do? He pulls out his phone, typical internet thug, pulls out his phone, starts filming. I'm sure he's going to drop this footage at some point. He starts calling me the F slur, starts acting like I'm a bitch. The reason why I'm in the cubicle now is because I was looking for a lighter, and I was actually grabbing one off of Mikey's desk. So I'm trying to light a spliff right now, and King Pill trying to film a skit. He's trying to act like real angry. He's mad. But his boys are the ones standing in between him. Now look what he does here. He knocks the balls off, and he's still talking shit on the way out. And his boys go, shout out to his boys, honestly. The rest of the dudes from Pomona, we got to give it to them that they immediately shut the situation down, because you got to understand, the 22ster keep that fire on him. So when King Pill is doing all this, I'm starting to do the math in my head. And I start thinking, okay, so what's the line that needs to be crossed here in order for the 22ster to up blick on cuh? Now, in my head, what I established almost immediately was like, if he punches me, I'm pulling out and I'm going to start shooting at him.
Adam, that's premeditation, man. And I don't feel like a swing is enough, right? If you were to be in danger or fear for your life, it would have to extend past that, right? It would have to be they are pursuing you. They swung once and they swing again and they swing again and they swing again, and they are pursuing you, and you are a helpless victim who can't defend yourself. So then you pop, because you fear for your life, okay? But you don't really want to say this because now it's on record, that this is your go-to. See, me particularly, bruh, these big bad gangbangers, they be threatening me and putting me in fear of my life. I just pray that they don't ever do nothing to me, okay? I pray they don't do nothing to me, okay? I would hate to be in the situation where I have to defend my life, okay? And leave it at that, all right? And if they think they big and bad, let them step up to the plate and try to harm you and see how well that goes, okay? But this has to be like the most anticlimactic ending to somebody's storyline at No Jumper. Adam has so many plans for this dude. Adam was planning to do vlogs with this dude, make this dude a podcaster, start a No Jumper record label and sign him. Adam had a lot of things lined up for this dude, man, and he just ruined it like this. Over $200, man. Over $200, man, because he was starving. Now, come to find out, he actually moved from wherever he stays, which is affordable, I believe Atlanta, Georgia, which is like down south. He moved from there to come to LA to apparently cozy up to No Jumper to chase his dreams while accepting a $200 per appearance fee. So this dude planned on surviving in California off $200 per appearance. At most, he would have probably done 2 appearances per week. That's $400. So this man planned on surviving in California for $1,600 a month. Nah, this is crazy, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe, man, that this dude, King Pill, he did too much, he overreacted, or do y'all believe his reaction was on par? I'll be real, I don't even think he reacted over that $200. I feel like he was still salty. He was still very salty about what took place during the pod and people calling him a punk. That's what I think happened, okay? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, man? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out how this employee just sued No Jumper after a heated podcast with 4Extra. I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.